Hello YouTube viewers and random Monsters University fans. Today I will be taking a look at this, which is the Disney Store Mike Wazowski figure, and here it is in its box, which, just like the Sully figure's packaging, shows off the toy and its accessory nicely, but offers it no protective plastic covering, so it's completely exposed to dust and dirt. Across the bottom there's the Monsters University logo with Mike written underneath, some basic visual try-me instructions on one side, and the Disney Store logo on the other. Again, we get the character's student ID card. It is for 3 years and up, and hey, what do you know, it's also new. On the sides and back there's nothing of any particular interest, while on the back we get a nice image of the figure itself, some of the other toys in the range, and some legal reflugna at the bottom. So that's it for the packaging. Let's move on and check out the toy itself. Okay, so here we have Mike Wazowski, and the figure looks pretty good. On top of his head, he's wearing a Monsters University baseball cap, which is made from very soft rubber, and is very well detailed, so you can see some seams and stitching with an adjustable strap on the back, and the 3D MU logo text on the front. There's a tiny bit of wear on the front of the cap, which is a bit disappointing, but on either side of the cap, Mike's little grey horns are visible. Moving down to the face, Mike's gigantic eye looks good, with some great attention paid to the look of his pupil and iris. His mouth is shaped nicely and contains detailing of his teeth and a silver retainer. The actual body is made from green plastic and contains a nice subtle reptile scale pattern. His arms are quite long, like in the film, and contain 3 fingers and a thumb, each tipped with these grey claws, which are rounded and therefore are quite soft. The same thing goes for his legs, with his feet ending in 3 toes, which again contain 3 soft grey claws. Unfortunately, the back really lets this figure down, as it contains 4 nasty screw holes. So overall for detail, it is quite nice, but the back detracts from its overall look. Turning to articulation, the arms can spin through 360 degrees, and so can the legs. Mike's eye is also on a joint which allows it to spin. Fortunately, his pupil and iris have been printed onto the eyeball off-centre, meaning when the eye is rotated, the figure can be made to look as though it's looking in different directions. And I love that! However, that's it, so the articulation is very poor, but then again, what else could it do? Taking a look at the toy's feature, when the soft baseball cap is pressed down, Mike's lower jaw will open and close, so he can be made to look as though he's talking. Yeah, I know, it's a very basic feature, but at least it actually works, unlike my Sully figure. But, just like the Sully figure, I again have to say that this toy would have been much better had some electronics been included, so when the cap is pressed for Mike's mouth to open, maybe the toy should have omitted a few lines from the movie. When it comes to accessories, this figure actually comes packaged with some awesome extras, such as this closet door. It really looks awesome, what with the red light at the top, which indicates whether the door is active or not. The door itself is just made of yellow plastic with some detailing of 4 panels and a bronze handle, while at the bottom on both sides there's this excellent stand which looks like checker-plated metal. One side is just plain grey, while the other is painted yellow and black. The door's on a hinge and swings both ways, just like my mate David. Just like David's kitchen door. Yeah, David's kitchen door. That thing can be pulled or pushed open. Yeah. Like every figure in this range, Mike also comes with his student ID card, which includes a picture of him, the Monsters University logo beside it, when it's valid from and to, his name, his major, and his signature, which contains a little drawing of himself, which is somewhere between cute and tragic. On the back we get a little bit of a bio on him. Since childhood, Mike has been consumed by one thing, scaring. He has his eye focused on the best scaring program there is, the one at Monsters University. So now you know, and knowing is half the battle. Hang on, wait. That's G.I. Joe, isn't it? Wrong toy line. Anyway, below that we have the exact same thing written again in a multitude of languages. Doing a size comparison, Mike doesn't look too out of place when next to other figures in this range, such as Sully, and as I've said before, these 2 figures standing alongside Mike's door makes for a really great display piece. So overall, what do I think of this toy? Well, I like it. The detail is very nice. The articulation isn't great, but the developers didn't really have much to work with, as Mike is essentially a gigantic head with arms and legs. But some elbow and some knee articulation would have been good. However, the rotating eye is a much welcomed idea, and gives the figure the ability to be posed in various angles. The toy's features are a little lacking, and again some basic electronic sound effects would have boosted it immensely. On the plus side, the inclusion of the student ID card is a nice idea, but the addition of the door was a stroke of genius. Even if it is just a basic moulded plastic accessory, it really sets the toy off when up on display, and I'm confident that younger children will love being able to send Mike, Sully, or any of the other figures in the range through it during playtime. I forgot to mention it last time, but the Disney Store also sell a themed bag with their Monsters University toys. It is quite big and sturdy and features images of the characters from the movie on both sides, which is a great idea, especially if you're buying one or more of these toys as a gift. I would recommend this figure for kids and fans of the movie, and if you really want a Mike and Sully to place up on your display shelf, but don't want to spend too much money, I would have to recommend these figures. Coupled with Mike's accessory door, they look excellent when on show together. And so that does it for this review. Thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, there are countless more reviews online. Thank you again for watching, and remember to keep following the nerd. Goodbye.